Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm sitting here, I should be happy, but I'm actually really gutted at the moment. Gutted, not because of the game yesterday, gutted because last night we had a camera malfunction and we had problems with our sound recordings, and that's why we weren't able to bring you the fan talk videos, which we had so many last night. So many people wanted to talk to us. They were so happy after the game. So I really want to, first of all, apologise to all those people that we did videos with last night. I apologise to you guys because I know you were tuning in religiously to watch the videos after that game last night against Wigan. And unfortunately, we were unable to bring you those because of some problems with the sound. You would have been able to capture loads of atmosphere there and loads of people going absolutely crazy, but unfortunately you wouldn't have been able to hear what the actual people being interviewed were saying because of a sound problem with the camera, which we have now rectified. But I'm so gutted about that. Apologies, don't worry. At the Newcastle game we're going to be doing a real special, so you know, but apologies for that. Still a bit gutted about that. But anyway, let's talk about the game last night. Let's be upbeat. What a brilliant performance by Arsenal last night. I mean, a pressure game, must-win game at home. If anybody had been listening to me on Monday night's hangout, I had a lot of people on that hangout and lots of Arsenal fans were really worried. And for some reason, I was very upbeat. I looked at it and I thought to myself, Arsenal are not going to perform like Manchester City. They're going to come out blazing. It's not Wembley Stadium where half of the stadium is Wigan fans. This is at the Emirates and it's going to be hostile. The fans know what they want, and that is exactly what happened. Arsenal players were on it yesterday. Theo Walcott, I identified him on Monday as being the key player, and it proved that way. His pace, they just could not live with him. On Saturday, when City was playing Wigan, they had no pace. But we had plenty of pace through Theo Walcott. I thought Gibbs last night was excellent as well. Really dealt with the threat of McManaman. And just an all-round excellent performance by Arsenal. Although it did get very nervous when Wigan got it back to 1-1. Because we're at 1-0, first half hour, I was thinking to myself, it looks like we're going to run away with this game. And then I don't know what Mike Dean, I mean, he's just an awful referee. Every time he comes to Arsenal, I don't know, he just gives the most terrible decisions. And he did it again last night, gave them a free kick, fair play to them, excellent free kick by them. They scored, they got back into it. But fair play to Arsenal. Santi Cazorla last night, absolutely brilliant. So many assists. I mean, he was just awesome, massive influence on the game. Lucas Podolski stepped up to the plate, scored. Aaron Ramsey even got a goal, which is a rarity, an excellent goal as well. And I just want to say congratulations to those players last night. Pressure game, must-win game, and they've delivered. And they've been delivering now for the past couple of months. Ever since that loss against Tottenham, unbeaten. You can't really ask for more than that. And now it's going right down to the wire. Sunday, Newcastle away, Tottenham, Sunderland at home. Now listen, we got to look at it and say to ourselves, I mean, Sunderland have been appalling this season, especially away from home. And if you look at how Tottenham have been playing recently, you've got to say Tottenham at home with all their fans behind them, they're going to win that game. We cannot rely on Sunderland, forget that. We've got to go up to Newcastle and we've got to do the business. And if we play to our potential, if we play like how we did last night, if we play like how we did in that first half against Manchester United, I see no reason why we can't win that game at Newcastle. Look at Newcastle's recent home games. They lost 6-0 to Liverpool and they lost 3-0 to their arch rival Sunderland. Their defence is appalling, probably worse than Wigan's last night. So Arsenal have got to go out there with the attitude. I mean, they've got nothing to lose. It's just do or die. Go out there, just take it to Newcastle right from the start. Newcastle won't want to lose in front of their home fans, but at least it's not a must-win game for them, which it may have been if it had been a relegation, if Wigan hadn't been relegated. So it means that, yeah, they may go for it, but if we say put a couple past them, they may not be fighting tooth and nail to get back into the game. So it's all there for the taking for Arsenal, and I'm confident that we're going to do it. Let me get into the tweets and see what you guys were saying about the game last night. I mean, people were so happy last night. Robbo Roberts said, great win, though Ramsey was poor, even though he scored. He's all one pace, and he keeps giving the ball away, always as usual. And he thinks that we should start with the Ox. I don't know. I thought that Ramsey, he started off the game really well. Then he sort of dropped a bit. Yes, he did give the ball away a couple of times. He sort of, I don't know, concentration went a bit. But then he came back into the game. And I wouldn't say he was poor last night. I'd say he had a decent performance. Alex Ravel says, Wigan went down heroes. I hope they return. Now we've just have to get our job done at Newcastle away and we can pack our bags for Europe. Ramesses Placinia said, it should have been Stoke. I feel for Wigan, but it had to be done. Win at Newcastle and we're golden. Listen, let me just also have a mention for Wigan, because I also, listen, we had to do our job last night. It's all about Arsenal. But I did feel a bit sorry for Wigan after the game. They won the FA Cup and now they've gone down. I think Roberto Martinez is a very good manager. And I like the way that Wigan try to play football. I agree with what Ramesses says here. You've got teams like Stoke and Norwich, and all they do is they just go from game to game, pack the defence, make no real effort to score goals, and they're not really footballing teams. And I would have liked to have seen Wigan stay up because of the style of football they play, the bravery of their play. But unfortunately, listen, I can't. It's all about us, mate. So I feel sorry for Wigan, but it had to be done. Ryan Abry says, I thought we were great. Never say die attitude about the team next season. Positive last game at the Emirates this season. Definitely. This is a hard one to pronounce. I'm just going to go with Amin. He says 3 points and nothing else matters. Exactly. 3 points. Nothing else matters. Wigan had to go, but nothing else matters. Hasib Wally says, hats off to Koscielny and Mertesacker. They are by far the best centre-back pairing we've had for the past couple of years. I actually agree with that. They have been the reason why. Those two players have been the reason why we're knocking on the top four, because they've shored up that defence, and hats off to them. I agree with you, Hasib. Brilliant point. They have been the difference to me. David Waite says, I thought we played well. We were very clinical. Now players have to get the 3 points at the weekend against Newcastle. And finally, Alistair Jameson says, great performance, 3 points. Rambo scores. Cazorla with 4 assists and Podolski with a brace. Come on, you Gunners. And remember, much people like to criticise Arsene Wenger, Podolski, Cazorla, his signings in the summer. Remember that. And let's just hope that that's going to lead to us getting in the Champions League, where we can make some big signings this summer. You look at that team last night and you say to yourself, something that we say every week, it's just about 3-4 players away from being really up there. I mean, some of the players we've been linked with, like Higuain and Rooney even, could take us to that next level if we brought those players in. So, we've got to get into that Champions League, and then we can really, really kick on for next season. Leave your comments below. Give us your predictions on what you think the score is going to be on Sunday. Let us know if you're confident or not, or if you're nervous. And also look out for some new features. We've got a brand new transfer feature coming here on Arsenal Fan TV. Listen, we ain't going nowhere. The season may be finished, but we're going to be having some brilliant features. We're going to be featuring the Arsenal friendlies over in Indonesia and Vietnam. We're going to be having transfer features, lots of features here on Arsenal Fan TV. So even when the season finishes, make sure you keep it locked here, because we're going to be still having loads and loads of things to do with Arsenal. And starting with our transfer feature, that will start from next week. And also, what I want to do, I want to ask you the question. This question's been flying around Twitter all this week, flying around all the comments here on our YouTube channel. Wayne Rooney, would you have him at Arsenal? Would you have Wayne Rooney at Arsenal? Leave in the comments below. I'm really interested to know if you'd have Wayne Rooney at Arsenal. Me personally, I'd have him. I would have Wayne Rooney at Arsenal. I think he'd add to the team. And, you know, we gave them Van Persie. They give us Rooney. Why not? But thank you very much for tuning into the Aftermath. Once again, sorry about the fan talk yesterday. But we are going to be there at the weekend. We're going to be doing a special from Newcastle. And it's fingers crossed time. But I'm confident that we're going to win that.